my dada, my chacha, and my dad. We are all there in the film, and you will see us in the film. I can't run away from the fact that I do get the launch platform, but at the end of the day, it's your talent that speaks. Vicky Kaushal, Ranbir Kapoor, Rajkumar Rao, the whole new lot, like hats off to them. They're breaking grounds and they're trying stuff that is new. There's a light at the end of a dark tunnel, and hopefully things will get better from here. Hi, this is Karan Deol, and watch my full interview on ETimes.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh, and you're watching me on ETimes. With me today, I have Karan Deol, who's the son of Sunny Deol, who has also made his Bollywood debut with Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas and is going to work soon with his grandfather in Apne too. Welcome, Karan, on ETimes Online.
Hi, how are you? I hope everything is fine and well.
Everything is fine this side. I hope everything is well at your end also.
Yeah, everything's good. Just sitting at home only. That's about it.
How the lockdown has been for you, Karan?
Oh, for me, I just actually had gotten back into work and then things went bad again. So this time I'm just trying to keep myself as mentally preoccupied as possible during this time. So just to keep yourself motivated and just keep going, basically. Besides that, I've been gaming a lot and watching a lot of different things just to keep myself entertained. And whatever little bit fitness regime I can do, I'm doing during this time. So just to keep myself, mentally feel good and just keep going overall.
I hear you, and of course, mentally right now, a lot of people are struggling because in Bombay, if you see, the condition has been
No,
quite
no, no. It was.
corona, and even when
Yeah,
it comes to the cyclone
yeah,
that just
yeah. Just yesterday only, pretty much that hit the city. So yeah, it is bad times, and my heart goes on out to everyone out there. And I would just say, just stay safe uh, uh, and I would like to say there's a light at the end of a dark tunnel, and hopefully things will get better from here, as things are already getting better in the city that way.
Karan, have you taken your first dose of vaccine?
Yes, I have.
And how the entire experience has been for you personally?
It was like how you go get a tetanus shot. It was just the same. You go take a jab, and that's about it. And then you go home, and then they give you the certain requirements, 48 hours to monitor yourself, your blood pressure and your oxygen level and everything. Besides that, it was like, for me, it was just like any other normal shot that I've taken in my life.
Karan, tell me about how was your experience of working in Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas, and what made you choose a career in Bollywood? What inspired you to make a Bollywood debut?
When I was a kid, I watched the film Star Wars, and that kind of attracted me to filmmaking. I kind of got lost in that world. And for those 2.5 hours, basically, I became that character. I got lost in that world and that whole thing that George Lucas has created. And I think I saw that film as a kid about 20 times. And right there, I knew that I wanted to be a part of the industry. And then my love for filmmaking just grew and grew as I got older. I started seeing more stuff. And there was a point that in my life I've gone and I've seen a movie alone in the theater also, because with friends sometimes plans don't work out, and you'd rather see the film in the theater rather than, for me, to see it in cinema. It's a different experience than sitting and seeing it at home. So there were certain films that I've actually gone to the cinema first show in the morning. I sat there and I saw it alone, and I've just got lost for those period of time that the story had started and it had ended. So it was just a growing passion in me that has kind of grown from the first time that I saw Star Wars. That's basically it. But when you're a small kid, you don't know what you want to do at that age. So when you're around movie sets and you're growing up around movie sets, you're thinking, oh, why are they taking this shot from different angles again and again? But as you grow older and as you get more acclimatized with things, you start understanding it and you start enjoying it even more.
So when you first faced the camera, and when you gave your first shot, were you quite nervous? And how was your experience when you gave your first shot?
Oh, my first shot was actually a nerve-wracking experience because I was kind of very nervous. I did break down. But luckily from there, it just got better. But it was a nerve-wracking experience for me overall. And I'll obviously remember it for life because I actually kind of broke down really badly. And I thought to myself, Rocky, is this sure that is this what you want to do? And then I was like, no, I love this. I want to do this. And luckily from there, things got better. But yes, my first day was kind of intense, I would say.
Your father has been in the business of Bollywood since the longest time, and
Yeah.
even your grandfather, Dharmendra, has been a part of Bollywood. Like, eons ago, he has completed so many years in the industry. So when you started, like, when you made your this thing that you want to make a debut in Bollywood, what instructions did you get from their end? And were they like a bit skeptical that okay, like why he wants to get into Bollywood? He could do something else, or like they said, like, okay, you should try and you should get into Bollywood.
Basically, my dad always, when I took the decision, he told me, this line comes with a lot of things that come with it. It is like an emotional and mental journey. There'll be times where things are not going your way. There'll be times where things you feel like your life is upside down, but you've got to be ready for that. You've got to be ready for the lows of life and the highs of life because it is one roller coaster. So if you're ready for that, then I will always support you, and regardless of your decision in life. Those were my dad's advice to me. My dada basically just told me an actor is always learning. Like around you, you just see the characters. Like you never know when you're going to be given a character to play from anyone from your day-to-day life. So just absorb and take everything in like a sponge. And he's saying even at his age, he's still learning. So an actor's growth never stops. The moment you think you know it all, in my belief, an actor's that's not the best. That's a very wrong thing for an actor to do because you're always learning, you're always improving, you can always do better. In my eyes,
That's actually true and absolutely
yeah.
true because there is always a sign of improvement in every
No,
role
no,
you.
no, that definitely, that's there.
So Karan, also I mean, it's quite a good news that you're going to work with the family, the Deol family in Apne too. Tell us something about it.
As of now, it's still in early stages. Pretty much, I've started my boxing training. That's a lot of fun. Like as a kid, I always wanted to do a film, boxing orientated. So this is kind of like a dream come true. So the training for me, like it's like I really enjoy it. Like it is vigorous, it is intensive, but it gives you a different kind of high. Like it gives you a different natural high that completely drives me. Because for this, you have to understand a boxer's mentality and physique simultaneously. So the physique is one part of it, but in a boxer, when he goes into a 12 round, 10 round fight, you have to conserve your stamina. You can't just go out and boom, boom, boom. That's it. Meaning, if you use all your stamina in the first round, the opponent will come knock you out in the second round. You have to study your opponent's movements, his fight style, his strengths and weaknesses. So I'm just kind of actually touching on it and learning everything as possible. And it's like pretty exciting for me because I'm trying to get into that character's skin at this moment of time.
And will we see even the all the Deols like Dhabe Deol, Bobby Deol, Sunny Deol, and Dharmendra Deol in the movie, like all the.
Uh, as of now, there is me, my dada, my chacha, and my dad. We all there in the film, and you will see us in the film together.
Get to see surprising, elements like last time, Apne also like we saw
Hmm.
Salman Khan doing a song and all.
Yeah.
Did we get to see some different kind of.
It's very early stages, so I can't say what exactly it will turn out when we shoot. But as of now, I can't really say too much on that.
When the story was narrated to you,
Hmm.
and I'm sure you must have watched Apne one, and it was a blockbuster hit.
Hmm.
So when the story was narrated to you, what thought came to you? Like not only thinking as an actor, but also like thinking about the family. What thought came to you, and that okay, confidently I'm going to do this role.
When they were shooting YPD 2, I told my dad and my dada at that point of time because it would be my dream to share screen space with you guys. And cut to, we fast forward right now, and it was a dream come true. Like we didn't plan it, and after I heard the narration, it was very emotional to me because we're living in uncertain times, and for me to share screen time with my dada, with my dad, with my chacha, at this given moment, it's a blessing and it was a dream come true for me. So it was very, I had tears. It was an emotional moment for me, and it is very exciting because this is something I've dreamed of, and hopefully it all turns out well.
Your dad's famous dialogue from Gadar also creates a lot of laughter riot, when it comes to Twitter. And what do you have to say on that? And even for Bobby, they were like, if some scenes from books also comes out, and there's a laughter riot which keeps on
Yeah,
happening, and he keeps on sharing. He keeps on
sharing.
saying it in a light way and all.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
have to say? Do you also personally enjoy such kind of
yeah. It is light-hearted. It is funny. It is like those iconic moments where people are kind of interpreting in different ways or putting in this different situation. It is. I find it pretty funny overall.
Do you personally share such jokes and memes to your dad and your chacha?
No, no. To him, I don't. But around in the family, we do say share to each other. But personally, with him, I haven't.
Achha. Are you
That way.
scared that if you might share a joke, you might get
No, 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 no. It's just that little boundaries we have, and that respect I have for him as a father, basically.
But do you personally, like, on social media, do you enjoy the meme culture which keeps on taking places and the jokes and, because social media has both the sides, the
Yeah,
negative.
yeah, it has. Obviously, everything has two sides to it. Yeah, it is, because you have to take everything, I would say, with a pinch of salt. And it is funny because it is very, people come out with a lot of creative things. Even when it comes to memes, people can get really, really creative. So it is like, it'll give you that moment of laughter, I would say, that light-hearted moment.
Kind of like the kind of movies you have done a romantic movie, now you're doing an action film. Do you also want to do a movie which is like comedy and completely a laughter riot? And do you somewhere feel that, presenting a comic movie, having a, being a part of a comedy movie, it's not that easy to make people laugh? Like what
It isn't. It is. I would say it's the most difficult thing to do, because on paper it might seem funny, but you have to hit that with that comic timing at the right moment. And to get that comic timing, it isn't easy. It's one of the more difficult things to do, because you have to make that line hit with that emphasis that it connects to the audience and they feel like, oh, they start laughing and the whole situation becomes funny. It is difficult because technically on paper it's happening for the first time, but when you go and shoot, there's multiple ways to which you'll shoot it, and you have to keep that magic alive
Yeah.
from the first take to the nth take. No, no, hats off. Like I honestly think that comedy is one of the most difficult things to do. But I would love to do everything, in all honesty. Like, I've not kept like a fixed thinking, I'll only do this. I would, as long as the story interests me, the character interests me, like I'm game for it.
Karan, this topic is something about nepotism which has been going on like since a long time. And any Bollywood actor who makes a debut, in a movie, this topic, of course, like pops up a lot. So, what do you have to say on that? Like, is that what the scenario is, that industry kids get the first chance to be a part of a movie, or actually like it's a struggle for outsiders? What do you have to say on this?
See, I can't run away from the fact that I do get the launch platform, but at the end of the day, it's your talent that speaks. So if you're not good, or if you're not up to the mark, the amount of competition that is out there, you will get lost in it. You might get your first film, you might get, you might move a little bit ahead after that, but then you will just drop and you will go away. So I believe that it's your work and your talent that speaks the most.
That's true. Karan, you also spoke about dealing with failure, and you said like it's not that easy. Also, can you elaborate further on this? Like when you dealt with failure, what exactly was it?
When Pulpal didn't, yeah, sorry, when Pulpal didn't turn out the way we obviously expected it to, and then the first lockdown had happened, and I was in a weird space of my life. Then I kind of saw the first time I've acted in front of the camera, and I was like, Rocky, you look so happy. Like, remember that you've done it because you love it, and that's the happiness that's showing on your face. Things might have not gone your way, but you have it in you. You have the drive. See where you have to improve and just push on from here. So then I just tried to work on myself as much as possible, keep a positive outlook, and just go ahead, because in my house there's so many inspiration itself from my dad. He's had his ups and downs, and he's kind of never let it get the best of him, and he would be the biggest role model for me. And life isn't a smooth journey. It will keep on putting obstacles in front of you. If the world was so nice, then we would be living in a very different world to we are right now. So I just took it upon myself ki don't give up. If this is really what you want, just push on from here and just be positive and move ahead. But yeah, there were moments that kind of keep on replaying in your head. There are situations that you wish you could have done differently, but you're here right now, and see what you can do right now and see how you can better yourself. And it's just the first. You have a long journey from here. And if you believe in yourself, just put 200% in it and kick on ahead. That's what I kind of mentally reorganized myself and kind of pushed on from there.
Your dad is managing a career in Bollywood as well as in politics. In future, would you also like to get inspired and be a part
No,
of?
no, I'm happy of just being an actor. That is my first love and my only love, I would say.
You would not prefer to be a part of politics.
No, 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 no. I am just in films. That's it. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Karan, also, like, we believe that you're going to work soon with Abhay Deol and also Ajay Devgn in the movie. And, we have heard. So,
I can't. I know there's some news. I can't say much about it. There will be some news soon. So unfortunately, I really can't talk much about that topic right now. But you'll hear something about it soon.
you also like to rap a lot. You are quite into
Yeah.
rapping, So can
Yeah.
you tell one of the versions which you have rapped recently? Can you make us hear like what you have rapped recently?
uh, I had written something for my mom.
Okay.
I'll just read through it right now, since I don't remember it word by word. Mom, you picked me up when I was down, always turned around my frown. I know back then I was a little clown. When times weren't right, you were always around. You taught me always never to give up, always keep your chin up. I am this person to do today because of you. Without your love, where would I be? It kept me going through everything, from playing Donkey Kong to our favorite songs, to those days where I didn't listen at all. You needn't worry no more, Mom, because it's my turn to turn that frown upside down. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. So it was. I write poetry. I don't really. I do rap. I'm not that, but I am more. I write down my emotions in words, basically.
A lot of actors in Bollywood have also made their journey in Hollywood, be it Nasruddin Shah, Dimple Kapadia, even Irfan Khan who passed away, and Rishi Kapoor also for that matter. And a lot of actors have made a journey in Hollywood. Karan, do you also prefer to also try maybe somewhere have a journey in future, not now, maybe but in future, like also be a part of a Hollywood journey?
I would.
Because that definitely gives a good recognition to the Bollywood,
No, it does. It does, because you branch out to the world. You show your talent kind of to the world. And cinema, I think now is becoming a global thing. Language is just a barrier. Like if the emotion connects to you, you understand the story, the language doesn't matter. I think overall, we're becoming a very global thing, thanks to digital media through Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar, and all of them all together. So I would love to, like if someone saw the talent in me, I would love to sometime in my life. Like I would really, really love to.
Do you somewhere feel like quite inspired by these actors who have actually made a Hollywood, mark, be it Deepika Padukone and Priyanka Chopra also, and getting roles over there as a Bollywood actor is not that easy also, because you have to go through a lot of stages to be there, to make a mark. So what did you say on that? Even Ashwin.
No, hats off to them, because we show that we have talent in our country. Like we have loads of talented individuals in our country, and this gives you a platform to show the world like we're here. And thanks to these actors, it's kind of showing the world that we're here and we're here to stay, basically. And it is a very positive thing, because in this country on a whole, like we've got so many people, there's so much talent that is brimming from inside our own country. And with these platforms and with these actors going over there, being appreciated over there, it kind of opens the platform for all of us, I would say.
Karan, even like Hema Malini is known as the dream girl of Bollywood, and they have, of course, like she has crossed so many years and she has done a lot of things. What do you have to say about her?
No, she's had a very brilliant career from start to finish, and very
Have you
prestigious.
watched the films?
Yes, I've seen one or two. I've seen them. So it's like she's had a really great career, and from whatever I've seen, she's a brilliant actress.
Yeah. And in Bollywood, who has been your favorite actor apart from of course, your father and your family?
I would say Vicky Kaushal. Vicky Kaushal, Ranbir Kapoor, Rajkumar Rao, the whole new lot, like hats off to them. They're breaking grounds and they're trying stuff that is new.
Yeah.
And they're wanting to take that risk out there. So they're kind of pushing boundaries, I would say, and I love all their work pretty much. Like I've seen a lot of their work.
If you had to choose one of the actors who you would like to work with, who would that be?
It's difficult. I would like to work with a lot of them, but I would say Vicky Kaushal. I would say I would love to like that because I would learn a lot from him. Like he's a brilliant actor, and I think I would learn a lot by working with him.
Yeah. And when it comes to actresses, who has been your favorite? Anyone?
I would say Alia Bhatt. I would say her versatility is really good, and she's done all sorts of roles.
And which has been your personal Bollywood film, which in the recent times, which has been your favorite, which somewhere felt like, of course, this is a kind of movie and cinema where
I would say Ludo.
Ludo.
Ludo, yeah, that was one of the last films that really, like, I saw it and I would love to do something like one of those characters or something like that. That really left a everlasting impression on me after I saw that film.
Thank you so much,
No,
Karan.
thank you so much.
All
Thank
the
you.
best for your projects.
Thank you. Take care.